What's good, everybody? It's John. I come back at you on another video. So for this video, I wanted to talk about self-image, right? And ask you, how do you view yourself? Because self-image is so powerful. Self-image usually dictates how far we're able to go in life, how far we're able to push things. Because ultimately, you will go as far as how you view yourself, right? And here's an example. If you view yourself as someone that is just the average person, someone that's insignificant to the greater world, right? That your purpose, your only good is to just do what's asked of you and that's it, right? That you don't see anything special in you, then that's how you're going to be operating. That's how you're going to feel about yourself, and that's how you're going to live your life. And I want to share with you guys sort of like my self-image, at least earlier on in my life, right? So I just felt like as a kid, I just felt that I was like the average person, right? Not necessarily that I did anything average, right? Because I was excelling in school, like I was a straight A student, like, elementary school, middle school, things like that. But I didn't really hold myself to as high I didn't view myself as high of a level as I should have, because I was doing very well. Like, of course, as a kid, you're only really asked, like, if you're not in a situation where you have to help the family with anything, right? Usually what's asked of you as a child is just to go to school and do well in school. That's usually like all that's like pretty much your only responsibility as a kid, right? And so I did that. I was excelling in school, and there were many teachers who were telling me that I was, very intelligent, and, that I was a genius and I was bright as a student. But I didn't necessarily feel that way about myself, because I just felt like I was just doing what was being asked of me, that I was just showing up to class, doing my homework, doing everything that I should have done. And, for a long time, I sort of like carried that self image where I just felt like I knew I was doing well in school and things like that, but I just felt that I was just, a regular average person. That, you know, if I was really in like super intelligent, like if I was a genius, that I would know, and I just didn't feel that way. So I didn't really look at myself as being that. So that was like sort of my self image, like as a kid growing up. But now, where I've gotten to this point, of course, I've been able to think about this and, of course, change my perception that I have of myself. And now, where I'm at now, I hold myself to a much higher regard, because I understand that I need to be my own number one cheerleader, because I will guarantee have myself for the rest of my life, right? So I need to have my own best interest at heart. And I also want to accomplish great things. Not that that's required to live a happy life, but it's something that has propelled me and motivated me. And I just have a vision for myself and my life that I know, in order for me to arrive at that point and live that lifestyle, that I need to step into a person that I've previously never been, right? A version of myself that previously never existed. And so in order to do that, I need to hold myself to high regard, right? I see myself now, like as I carry myself, as I conduct myself, right? I'm much more confident in myself and my abilities now than I was back then. And I do hold my head high, right? I do believe in myself. I have the utmost faith in myself, and I do believe in myself. And I just know that my time is coming, that it's inevitable. Where I'm at right now, I believe I'm one of the greats. And I don't say that to be cocky or arrogant or any of those things. That's just a level of confidence that I have, that I know that anything that I touch turns to gold, right? That I can be, or have anything I want in this lifetime. Even if it hasn't happened, that doesn't mean it's not on its way. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means that it hasn't happened previously, right, at any point in my life, but that it's queued up and it's well on its way. Anything I want, anything I desire in this lifetime that I know I can have and that I know it's inevitable for me to have it. And that is the major mindset shift. I believe I'm one of the greats, right? And I just think it's only a matter of time until the world catches up, until everyone else in the world around me sees it. Only a matter of time until they catch up. But right now, that's how I feel about myself, and that's what I believe. And it doesn't cost you any money. It costs $0 and 0 cents for you to feel that way and believe that, right? You can believe that about yourself. You don't have to accept viewing yourself as average. If you want to do that, then you're more than welcome to, right? There's nothing wrong with that. If you don't believe there's anything wrong with that, right? Like that's perfectly fine. It's whatever makes you happy, right? But if you feel as though you want more out of life and you're deserving of more out of life, and you may have these major dreams and aspirations that you want to hit, and you want to accomplish big things and just be a part of major events and just have a tremendous amount of fun and live life blissfully happy and just like live life to its fullest, sometimes it might require you viewing yourself differently, right? So you can approach things from a different perspective, from a different energy. If you have major aspirations to be in this position of success, whether it's like financially, whether it's like with the job, whether it's whatever area of your life, right? Sometimes you might have to close your eyes and use your imagination and think of who that person is. Like what does that version of yourself look like? And begin stepping into that person, right? You stepping into that new version of you that never previously existed. That's you changing your self image. That's you changing how you view yourself and perceive yourself. Another example, if you're someone who may be struggling with weight, right? Like say you're bigger than you would like to be. Some people who are overweight, the reason why they stay in that shape is because they view themselves, their self-image, they perceive themselves as being someone overweight. Rather than, you can be overweight but still look at yourself and perceive yourself as someone that is shredded. You can do that. It's possible, right? You can literally trick your mind that whenever you look at yourself in the mirror, your full body, you can use your imagination to imagine yourself being in the perfect shape. Now, what do you think is going to happen if your body is overweight, but you perceive yourself as already being shredded? Your self image is eventually going to find a way to deliver itself to you and somehow, some way, shred the weight. Because if you perceive yourself as someone who's already shredded, right, you're going to be making the right decisions. You're going to be eating healthy. You're going to be going to the gym, right? You're going to be avoiding sugary things, right? Because that's what a shredded person would do. Because in your mind, you believe you're the shredded person. So even if you're overweight, that doesn't matter. It doesn't hold any bearing because you already believe that you're someone who's in shape. And that's what happened to me as well. Years ago, prior to the pandemic, right? I was in some of the best shape of my life because I was committed going to the gym every day and I was eating healthy every single day, right? I was always eating fruits and vegetables virtually with like every meal. I was drinking a lot of water, like I was avoiding sugary drinks, right? And I remember like whenever I thought of my body, thought of myself, I thought of a muscular version of myself because at the time I was muscular, right? And even before I was like fully toned out, that's what I envisioned. Whenever I thought of myself, I envisioned that. I didn't envision, a squishier version of myself. I envisioned someone who was very toned out, shredded, and muscular. And that's essentially what a self image is, how you perceive yourself, how you view yourself. So if you view yourself as someone that's average, someone that, is not very bright or intelligent, someone who's just not capable, then all of those beliefs that you're gonna have are gonna reflect in your life, right? But if you view yourself as someone that can be, do, or have anything in this lifetime, if you view yourself as someone that's intelligent, someone that's confident, if you believe in yourself that you are the best, then somehow, some way, that will showcase itself to you. If you believe that you're the best in whatever field, whatever it is that you're doing, then you're gonna keep going out and practicing and proving that you're the best, right? You're not gonna be worried about the outside noise. You're just gonna be locked in and focused. So it's, you of course want to believe it, but then also your self-image is what's gonna make you act on that, right? Athletes, in order for athletes to basically be in the professional leagues, in to make it to the pros, I'm pretty sure every one of those athletes at some point in their lives, or pretty much for the entire majority of their lives, believes that they were the best in order for them to arrive at the pros. It's hard to imagine people to be less than the 1% in their given sport in the world, believe that they weren't good enough and get that far to make it to the pros, right? What is your self-image? How do you view yourself? And are you going to make any changes about it if it's not desirable? I want you guys to start building the image of the person that you want to be, the person that you see, the person that is living your dream life, that version of you that's living your dream life. What does that person look like? How do they dress? What is their attitude? How do they operate? And start tapping into that. Start tapping into that energy, right? Start operating as that person, right? Start believing the things that that person believes in, right? Begin holding yourself up to high regard. No more keeping your head down, being a victim to the world around you, to the events around you, to the environment around you. Don't say, oh, I'm struggling because of the economy or the job market or this and that. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to hold your head up high and have confidence and faith and belief in yourself that you're great. And you need to believe that you are one of the greats. One of the greats to walk this earth, to walk this planet. You have to believe that. If you want to get anywhere in life, because that confidence rubs off on other people, right? And there's a lot of people that want to believe that, but they can't get themselves to believe that. And a lot of folks out there don't, like, simply just don't understand that they can believe that. It doesn't cost them anything to believe that. You don't need any evidence in your life to begin believing that you are one of the best to ever do it. If you live your life believing that you were the best to ever do it, many people will be living their lives completely differently than how they are now. Because a lot of people were living their lives with trying to just be safe, play safe, play safe. If you were the best to ever do it, you probably wouldn't decide to play it safe each and every time, right? Because if you're the best to ever do it, it's inevitable for you to succeed in whatever it is that you put your mind to. It's just a fact, right? So, what is your self-image? How do you view yourself? Hopefully, after this video, you'll tap into the best version of yourself and begin viewing yourself as one of the best to ever do it, as one of the greats, because then that'll help change your world, which will, in effect, change the world around you. So once again, guys, show up, and I'm out. See you guys in the next video.